Hello, my continuously creative quilting friends. Today is already day 22 of our shelter at home, and it's 2 o'clock. I'm Donna for Donna's Design Threads, and here we are on our Facebook Live for 22 days. I'm really excited and glad that you guys have joined me. And today I want to talk about batting. Or if you live in the UK or in Australia, you might call it wadding. That cracks me up. I love that. I think that's such a fun name. It's the wadding between the two layer quilt top and the quilt back. And there's a lot of different things. There's been different things over the years that people have used to put in between, because really the definition of a quilt is that you have three layers that are sandwiched together and stitched together to hold all those three layers together. So these day and age, we have a lot of options out there that we can use that we put in for that middle layer. I know back in the day when there wasn't like these rolls and yards of this beautiful cotton fibers, people would use old blankets. Sometimes a old quilt would wear out and they would make a new quilt top, and they would just put that old quilt right in between the new quilt, and that was their inner layer to add the extra warmth and to use that up. So, the days of, make do. So today we have lots of options. And so I want to talk about all of those different options. There's even a lot of really new stuff out there that people have used the fibers from, and really different authentic things that you wouldn't really think about putting in a blanket or into the middle of your quilt. Like you are using soy fibers for batting. I even saw one, I think I used one once. I didn't really notice a difference. I guess it's kind of a polyester. But it's actually using recycled plastic bottles. So that was interesting. And it was kind of a green color. So I didn't really see a big difference in like how the quilt felt or anything, but I thought that was an interesting fiber. So basically, cotton is kind of the go-to fiber that people really like to use in their quilts. Probably when polyester first came out, they started making a polyester fiber batting, and that's still available today too. And I have a lot of people that like to use the polyester because it has a lot of loft. So by loft, I mean kind of that fluffy look to the quilts. So that can be a lot of fun. Polyester is definitely not a natural fiber, so there's not going to be like a lot of breathability to your finished product. So I think that's why a lot of people like the cotton. So I have a few battings that I do carry and sell when people bring their quilt tops to me and they want to have quilting done. And my favorite go-to is a blend, actually. So it's an 80/20. This is the Hobbs brand of batting, and it does have a nice soft feel, and it's 80% cotton and 20% of it is polyester. And the reason that I really like this one a lot is because I do like that the polyester has just enough little bit of a loft that it gives good texture to the quilt. Plus, this is a very good, I don't know, I kind of call it kind of a utility batting because it washes really well. It doesn't have much shrinkage, and it's pretty economical. This is only like $8 a yard. So it comes on a 96-inch roll. And just so you know, batting does actually have a right and a wrong side to it. So I know you probably can't really tell in the camera, but if you look on both sides, this side is a little bit fluffier. And if you could feel it, this side is a little bit bumpier. Like you can kind of feel, I don't know, like kind of knobbies on it. So that side should always go down when you're quilting, because that's the side when they make batting. Generally what they do is they take a piece, they call it scrim, which is just a really thin piece of a polyurethane. I don't know what exactly, kind of like saran wrap, imagine. And so they stretch that out. Then they take the cotton and the polyester fibers and they like punch it down into that scrim. So that's what kind of holds all those fibers together. It's a really interesting process. You can like Google it and watch videos about it. But anyway, so that's the direction. The knobby side is the back side, because that's where all of those fibers go through to. The reason that that's important is because if you put the fluffy side down, you might actually get something that's called, especially if you have a dark backing, you'll get something that's called bearding. And no, that's not a local competition of the men at the county fair to who has the most facial hair. It's actually a term when the fibers of your batting get pushed through the needle holes as you're quilting and kind of show up on the back of the quilt, especially if you have a dark background. So that being said, I do have a solution for that. If you have a dark quilt and a dark back, we can always put black batting in. The black batting that I carry is 60% cotton and 40% polyester. And it's a great choice if you have a really dark blue back or dark purple, or if you just have black on your backing, as long as you don't have white or something real light on the front, because it will shadow through if you've got really light fabrics on the top. So if the top is fairly dark and the back is really dark, black is a really great option for your quilt, so you don't get that bearding on the back. So that's the black. Now, I also do carry one that is 100% cotton, and this is also bleached. So the other Hobbs one, if you can see the difference in the coloring, this is a more natural cottony color. So this white, bleached white, they actually bleach those cotton fibers out so that they aren't that creamy color. So in something like this quilt back here that has so much white in the background, this is what I used, because I didn't want that bright white of my quilt to get dingy down at all by the cream color batting underneath of it. This is also my option for people that are the real purist, that want to have 100% cotton all the way around in their quilt, their fabric and their batting and everything. They want it to be all cotton. So this one that I carry has a little bit of a dual purpose. If you have a real white quilt, we'll use it, or if you want that 100% cotton. So it does, I think you can kind of compare also. Maybe I can kind of show the edges of these to where maybe I can get them both in the camera here, that you can see it's a little bit less lofty. So that is an option as well. And then if you want something even thinner, there is this one is made by Quilter's Dream, and I don't actually carry this one, but it's something you can get at most local quilt stores or order online. But this one is the Quilter's Dream. See, I always forget their Request brand, and it's super thin. I know you can't really get a appreciation of the thinness of it, but this is the batting that I use if I'm really trying to make a super lightweight quilt. Like last year, I decided I need a quilt for our bed that was a summer quilt, because sometimes the regular quilts are just a little too much for the summer. So I thought I would try that, and I really love it. It stays nice and cool. Again, it's all cotton, so it has really nice breathability, and it's a really nice weight for a lightweight summer, or if you live in a hot climate kind of a thing. So the next natural fiber that is available is wool. And this is also one of my favorites. It's nice and thick, kind of like the polyester, but this is an all natural fiber. So again, it's got that breathability. And wool, wool is going to be nice and warm, but it doesn't get too hot because of the breathability. So love the wool. I actually, for my winter quilt that we have on our bed, I actually put a layer of the Hobbs 80/20 and a layer of the wool. And honestly, we sleep with the heat way down at nighttime, and this one blanket with the Hobbs and the wool batting is all we need. It's so comfortable and just the perfect amount of warmth for the winter time. So that's a great option. Also, I really like the wool for the fluffiness of it and the definition that it gives to the quilting. That is just really great. The other fiber that I carry that is available that I do also really like is bamboo. And I really wish this was Touch-A-Vision so that you could feel this. The bamboo batting is so lush. Like it's so soft, really drapes nice. And it's kind of a little, I don't know, exotic. But I do also carry the bamboo, and I really like the bamboo. The drapeability and the softness of it is really nice. The only thing that with the bamboo batting, people ask me what's better, bamboo or the cotton or whatever. I mean, bamboo is definitely a replenishable fiber. It grows really quickly and stuff. So I think it's a kind of an ecologically friendly fiber. So that's great. The only thing I worry about, like with the bamboo and the soy and the recycle bottles and all those things, like I said, those are all fairly new to the market. And we don't really have the longevity of them. We don't know how long they're going to last or hold up over time. So, we know cotton, we know polyester is not going to go anywhere for sure, but that being really synthetic. One other thing about the wool is you do kind of have to be careful with washing it. It is pre-shrunk, but I have found that, if you use hot water or heat in your dryer, that it will shrink up some more. So you just have to be careful with washing that in a cooler water and air dry or really, really low setting on your dryer. So those are my thoughts about batting. Hope it was informational for you and that you learned something. I'm super excited to let you guys know also that very shortly our newsletter is going to be coming out for the month. And Cindy's been working really hard and great on that. And yesterday on the studio tour, you met Gomez. And Gomez has his own little caricature drawing of him. It's so cute. And he always has some good tips in our newsletter every month. So if this has been helpful for you guys being on Facebook and learning new things, make sure you sign up for our newsletter. You can sign up right here on Facebook or go to our website, donnasdesignthreads.com, and sign up to get our newsletter. And you'll every month get a tip and find out what's new in our designs, find out what we're up to, if we're going to be doing any shows once that all opens up again. And thank you guys again very much for joining me and being with me here today. And stay continuously creative. I probably am deciding now, since this is going so long, that I'm going to take the weekend off. So I will see you guys back here at 2:00 on Monday. Have a great weekend, you guys. Bye.